You are not just allowed, it's your birthright. That is actually how and when everything becomes effortless for you. When you claim that infinite space. And then relationships become easy, they become fun, they become a part of this energy of being. But now you're being with another being. You're being with another person. You're creating with another person. You're creating with another reality. You're co-creating in harmony. When you come from that space of I claim me, I claim my life, I claim my spot in this body, on this earth, and I own it. Hello, everybody. I'm going to start tonight's video by lighting a candle and some requested incense, and just set up for this video that we're just gonna take slow. We're gonna just be together here tonight in this 50 minutes, maybe hour, possibly. And just going to be we're gonna have this cozy Reiki session together, where I'm going to focus on relationships, all kinds of energies and heaviness that is not maybe, optimal, something that most of us have been through, most of us have experienced when it comes to worthiness and self-esteem, self-confidence when it comes to romantic relationships, and also platonic. So any intimate relationships. So before we continue more on that, I'm just going to light this match that I have here. So just get comfortable wherever you are in the world, wherever in the day it is where you are. That was a weird sentence. Whatever it is that you're going through today, tonight, and just give this hour to yourself to just be present, with whatever it is that it will light up, whatever it is that this video will light up in your world, whatever it will move around, trigger even, and just be present with it. And if you are new, then welcome to this channel. My name is Sunna, and I make these videos that I hope to empower people with. I hope to kind of enlighten, give you a little nudge towards acknowledging how just whole you are. And I do all kinds of energy work and use my awareness to just kind of be with whatever I'm aware of in your worlds, and yeah, just follow the flow, follow the energy of what we can create around each topic, around each thing that pops up, I guess. So if you haven't subscribed, then I highly suggest, and I would be so grateful if you would hit that subscribe button and the bell so that you won't miss any future content, future videos, and what is all possible for us to move forward. So I'm going to light some incense as well, and while I'm getting that ready, then I'd like to invite you to kind of ask yourself, and be with yourself, and ask yourself what it is that you would like to focus on when it comes to relationships. Like, what is your reality right now with intimate relationships, and what would you like to change? It's not something you have to have answers to, but at least just bring up the question so that it's like an invitation for you to look at it through the video. And any other intention that you might have, then it would be great to do that now. You might have noticed that I haven't been burning a lot of stuff in my past videos, and I just haven't. It hasn't called to me. And I just want to also just remind you that you don't need any of this stuff to. So happy that my neighbor is leaving. They had their car on for like the past 20 minutes just outside my house. So that low car sound that was probably in the background is now gone. So, but yes, you don't need any of these incense, you don't need any of these Palo Santo or sage, but it can be a big contribution, of course, like any of these tools we have. But know that you do not need any of these to clear the space. But yeah, it can be a huge contribution and is a great ritualistic tool. So anyway, I'm setting the intention that Reiki works through time and space, through the screen, through the camera, to any and all of you who are watching, and any of you who will ever watch in the future. And since we have like a theme, pretty like a theme of what I would call like this reality, relationships. It's like everyone understands that word. I'm going to add that into my intention that Reiki works specifically with all of you and all of your intentions when it comes to relationships. And what is it that you would like to change? Like I mentioned before, just sit with that question. What kind of relationships would I like to have? So there was especially this one thing that popped up when I was asking and deciding what to make a video about, and there was this unworthiness in relationships, and I just want to talk a little bit about that. And it's like, of course, it's like multi-layered. As I talk, I'm just gonna follow where my hands want to go, where they want to start working in your field. But yes, so of course, unworthiness and relationships, this is all like, these are big and kind of vague words, of course, so it can like mean so many different things to so many different people. But what came up for me was like this, when people have been in this cycle, like never-ending cycle of, what we would call like bad relationship after bad relationship. Essentially just relationships that mirrors what we believe that we should get in relationships. So what we believe, you've probably heard this so many times, what we believe that we deserve, we get, we ask for, and we are, of course, creating anything and everything in our realities, in our world, in our life. Everything that appears, everything that is happening is happening on your demand. Of course, there are like so many demands in us that are subconscious. So the more we are willing to look at the subconscious, the more we are willing to bring it forward and look at it, the more control we have, the more everything just becomes here in front of us. And we can choose pretty clearly, at least way more clearly than having everything stuffed down and hidden. So what cycles are you still functioning from? Even though you might think that, oh no, I've brought it all up to the surface. I've done it all. I've been through that, that period when I was totally blind and I thought everything was happening to me, yada yada yada. But now I've kind of moved through that, like what if there are still some things we are choosing not to see? And what if we can just bring that forward? We can ask for everything we are avoiding, everything we are hiding, to just come into our awareness. Doesn't have to appear in pictures or words or anything that is like this reality stuff. It will most likely just come, like most of it will come as an energy, and some of it will be really obvious, like a person who you're avoiding, something that has been like in your awareness, but you've been keeping it kind of, just like kind of behind your ears. And then those things will be really clear, and you could be like, okay, it's time to stop avoiding that. Okay, I'm gonna move my cat. Cozy. Ja, ég veit þetta er cozy. Ó já, svo hlýtt. Yeah, so some of it is really obvious, and the other things that we have been keeping like really hidden will start to come to the surface as energies, or well, who knows? It can show up, of course, different for anyone. So, what are some cycles you're still functioning from that you haven't been willing to see? Let's just bring that all to the surface right now. I'm just allowing Reiki to flow now. So whether you are in a relationship, whether you are asking for one, or if you are single, if you have never been in a romantic relationship before, or if you have been in a lot of them, if you have been married or not, all of us have some implanted beliefs, implanted behaviors, implanted traumas, from our primary relationship from this lifetime, which is our relationship to our caregivers, to our parents. And then of course we can go back to our ancestors, what we have taken on from our ancestors, and then from previous lifetimes, to name a few. And so from all of those past relationships that we've had in all lifetimes, everything we're carrying at our backs, it all comes down to, are you going to be controlled by whatever someone has told you that you are worthy of, or what someone has done to make you believe that you're only worthy of being treated in ways that are not going to create any greater for you or your life? Or you can step into your power, own you and your being, and own the way that you know that you're worthy of being treated. Own your power, own your worthiness, own the sacredness that is you and your being. I'm trying to find more words to describe it, but to me it's just it's this energy of being like, no, like the intensity of respect and kindness in a form that we have been taught to believe that is like rude. It's anger, and anger is bad. No, you're not supposed to take so much space. You're supposed to tiptoe. No more. That's no longer acceptable. Being kind to you, respecting you and your sacredness, or boundaries, like it's often called, comes first. No matter what the toxic people are gonna say, no matter if they're gonna try to, because they will try to convince you that you're crazy, that you are being too demanding, whatever. No, I mean, they will do whatever to try to get you back to what is comfortable to them, which is you being basically controllable so that they can keep treating you in whatever way they seem fit, and you allowing it. And now if you are gonna be like, hey, no, that's no longer, no, no more, and then you go, it's like they will do whatever to try to convince you that you belong with them or whatever. So if that's the case for any of you, if you're in that kind of situation, it's for people who have been convinced that they're unworthy, for people who have been convinced that they're bad or anything like that. I have been there. It can be so strange and weird to all of a sudden claim your power, claim your space, and set some boundaries. And it literally feels like you are being horrible, like you're being a horrible person, that you're not allowed to say stuff, that you're not allowed to take space, you're not allowed to put yourself first, you're not allowed to, it feels like you're not allowed to put yourself first. And it can be so hard to just break through that thick wall of deceit, that people have fed you to believe some bullshit. So it can be super strange and lots of other things to kind of move through it, but just like you just have to surround yourself with some people who got your back, and you gotta trust that voice, in that voice that is you somewhere inside, who is like, no, like we have to, like I have to break out of this jail, this shell, this cell, this prison cell. Like you have to keep listening to that voice, listening to that part of you who is suffocating, and follow that voice. And because I'm not gonna go into convincing you that you're worthy. You should know that, like, even though there's a part of you who doesn't believe it, like you should just claim it, own it, demand of yourself to believe it. You are worthy. No one is born unworthy, even though they do all kinds of stuff that many people would label as bad. It doesn't matter. There's nothing conditional. There are no conditions to being worthy of breathing, of being alive, or of taking space, of loving, of having love, of receiving, having people in your life, of money, of anything. You are already whole, and there's nothing that can take that away from you, even that stuff that has been fed to us. It's like, it might seem real, it might seem like you're so broken and messed up, but really there's nothing that can break you. This is just like some filters, some barriers, some walls of lies that for now perhaps you are believing, but they're not real. Tap into that power inside of you, that wholeness inside of you that has never gone anywhere. It's always been right here, waiting for you to choose it. Okay? I'm going to light some incense. This one is called China Rain. And I got this in House of Intuition in the States. It's not sponsored, but it's a nice little witchy shop. So let's tap into that fire, tap into that power that you know is there, that you know has never gone anywhere. Put those barriers, those walls down one at a time. Expand your infinite energy out in all directions. It can happen like in one instant, or you can do it gradually, like a wave of a tsunami or something, like that, like just moves everything, affects everything. And it's powerful but gentle and at the same time. So your energy can penetrate, can change, can light up every single molecule, every single cell, and the whole world and beyond. And just by you being fully you, claiming your infiniteness, claiming your power, unapologetically. And yes, for those of you who still do not believe that you are worthy of being that big and infinite, yes, you are allowed to be that big. Yes, you are allowed to take all of the space that exists, and all of space, all of the planets, all of the galaxies. You are not just allowed, it's your birthright. That is actually how and when everything becomes effortless for you. When you claim that infinite space. And then relationships become easy, they become fun, they become a part of this energy of being. But now you're being with another being. You're being with another person. You're creating with another person. You're creating with another reality. You're co-creating in harmony. When you come from that space of I claim me, I claim my life, I claim my spot in this body, on this earth, and I own it. When you do that, there's nothing that can touch you. There's nothing that is blurry. You will always know when someone is stepping your boundaries, when someone is behaving in a way that does not coexist or fit in with your ultimate light and being. It's not going to be a question or like, oh, is that, you won't ever have to go into your head. You will just know, and you do know. Keep pushing all those barriers down. Further and further down. will it take for you to choose it, for you to step into it fully, so that you can be in communion with another being so effortlessly, so beautifully? Let me know what it is specifically with relationships that keeps coming up for you, that you would like that you'd like me to talk about or do a themed Reiki session about. Let me know of any specifics when it comes to relationships, because it is a really big topic. And I can do a video later again. So yes, please comment down below, let me know, and thank you. What is it that you ask? What kind of relationship do you want to ask for? As you step into your power, that flame inside of you, there's nothing that you cannot ask for. Are you even asking for a partner? Is that something that is a given for you, or have you even asked yourself that if you do want a partner, a romantic partner? What if there was no right and no wrong to anything that comes to relationships, as long it is light for you, as long it's true for you, as long as it lights you up, excites you, and fills you up? What is true for you, your being, your body? Do you dare to ask for what you truly desire? You got this. Have a beautiful night, everyone. Thank you so much for stopping by, for watching, for being willing to receive. I'd love to hear from all of you in the comments, and what came up for you, what went through your world as receiving, as watching this, and what you'd like, what you're asking for. So until